What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central, and it is Tuesday, February 8th. I got Remy down here, but she keeps whining. I might have to take her upstairs. If I do that, we'll take a quick break. It's a good girl. I can't scratchy though the whole time. We've had an eventful day on Hero Wars Mobile today. I want to talk a little bit about that and the continuing situation as it evolves and unfurls. And we're going to talk a little bit about Andvari. We'll talk about some other stuff, Guild Wars stuff, Guild Raids stuff. Let's say hi to the chat before we jump into the topic, the main topic of the video, the 300,000 emeralds. What's up, Glenn? Welcome back. Sam is here. D. Warman, IRC Soft Peru, welcome back. Hero Wars Guide, Hickory Bane, Kim, Toons, what's up, Charlie, and Heroes of Dominion. Sustan asks, hi, Charlie, you posted a video a few days ago. How long does it take to play Hero Wars? At 531, you mentioned that you want to upgrade Hyperion's elemental damage to increase the healing output. Tested that out in Guild Titan Battle. 10 levels of increased artifact didn't change the healing. How much should the healing increase at which levels? This is a great question. Let's take a quick look at that. Come on, there we go. So Hyperion's ability right here assaults the furthest enemy with the wave. I'm sorry, that's the wrong hit. Based on 200% attack. So heals the ally with the least health by a number modified by 200% attack. I believe that I misspoke in that video. If you and I are being honest with each other, the seal increases the attack. The weapon increases the damage versus Fire Titans. All right, so Stan, the attack stat is what I meant to say whenever I was recording that video. So I apologize for that. Mistake there. So increasing the defense seal increases the attack of Hyperion, which then increases the healing of Hyperion. All right. So I apologize. For that. See a penguin there in the live stream. Niche, Calnat, Ben Little, Aloha, Richard, Joaquin Alonso, Juice 10, Satuz says cruel joke. Yeah. Press 7 to almost get 300,000 emeralds back. Almost. Are you wanting to go? I might have to take a quick BRB and let Remy go back upstairs. Never saw the 300k emeralds. Okay, all right. I'll be right back, guys. Give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. Okay, no idea what's going on there. No idea what's going on there. Oh man. All right. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about this situation. Some of you on Hero Wars Mobile, let me find this screenshot here. Here we go. So this is the offending reward, all right? You filled out a survey, and this is not a scam. A lot of you got 100 energy and 300,000 emeralds. Now that's like $1,000 worth of emeralds or something crazy, right? Who possibly thought that this was legit? Who thought that this was legit? Not only that, Coco from Hero Wars Seekless published a video about this situation, and his post got reported 17 times because people thought it was a scam. His post on my Discord. Oh man. So immediately the whole team at Hero Wars Mobile, everything dropped and they had to take care of this situation, right? Obviously the players were not supposed to get 300,000 emeralds, and through no fault of their own, some of them spent some of the emeralds, which compounded the problem. All right. So let me break down some of the things that were shared with us by the development team over in the influencer Hero Wars Mobile influencer Discord from the head developer that's in there. We removed the 300,000 emeralds from all players. Those players that have greater than or equal to 0 emeralds after that can log into the game. I'll update about remaining players later. So anybody that received or did not receive the emeralds, or that received the emeralds and didn't spend the emeralds, was able to get back into the game quickly. Let me continue. And we're still dealing with this as of 12:06 p.m. Central Time today. So we have 3 groups of players, 3 separate groups of players with this situation. First of all, players that didn't collect the rewards. They weren't able to log in for a short time while we were fixing the rewards in their mail. They will receive additional rewards for missed time. So those players that did not log in or did not collect the mail will receive a reward, okay, for the time that they were locked out of the game. Because the first thing that Hero Wars Mobile did was locked down the game. Couldn't log in. If you're already logged in, you could stay logged in until you reloaded or something. So anybody that didn't collect the rewards had the shortest delay of playing the game, okay? Players that collected the rewards but did not spend them, they weren't able to log in for a while we fixed the first group, and then they had to go in and deduct the 300,000 emeralds from those players that collected but did not spend the emeralds, all right? A lot of people collected the mail and was like, hold on a second, this isn't right. And through experience, they knew not to spend these emeralds. They were locked out of the game for longer than those that did not even open the mail. So they will receive additional rewards for missed time. Right? They had to be locked out of the game for longer than those players that did not accept the reward at all. Because the players that did not accept the reward at all was the easiest fix. Players that collected the rewards and spent any of it, and there are a number of you that spent all of it, by the way. Players that collected the wrong rewards and spent at least part of it, they won't be able to log in until we restore everything as it was before receiving the reward. We are currently collecting info about them, and we'll start the process of correcting and unblocking them over the next... No, I'm sorry. We are currently collecting info about them, and will start correcting and unblocking them tomorrow morning. 16 hours from now. It will be done one player at a time, so can't say how long it will take. They will receive additional rewards for missed time as well. So those players that did not get the mail were locked out of the game for a little while. Those players that got the mail but didn't spend anything, they were locked out and they're now fixed. Those players that did spend will be locked out for at least a day. Oof. Well, roughly a day, I guess. Everyone is going to be compensated. Everyone is going to be compensated for this. First 2 groups today. Third group we will be compensated after everything is fixed. We will try to unblock everyone as soon as possible so that they will not miss Guild Wars, but there is no promises. Other guilds should assign other champions if possible. If guilds lost today because of this situation, ask them to write to support. So this is the situation, guys. If you are locked out of today and your team loses in Guild War or in the Global Championship today, you need to write to support so that they can do something for you. They will not be able to change Guild Wars and Guild Championship results for today. They will not be able to change them, but they will offer some compensation. This is a problem. This is a problem because this situation ended up being much larger, much more difficult of a fix than simply just a blanket negative emerald rewards. The right thing to do, I don't know what that is. The wrong thing to do would just be give everyone a negative emerald count that spent any of the emeralds. Griff says 300k could massively power up Titans. Griff says I got the extra compensation but did not reserve it. Okay. As a player, I have negative emeralds and locked out of my account until Nexters resolves it by hand. It could take several days. Not sure yet if I'm happy I didn't spend any of it. Got 500,000 gold and 500 energy. It's like the opposite of all the Titan summoning bundles from last year. Instead of the early birds being able to really take advantage, instead the early birds got hammered. Exactly. Mr. NCSU, I thought I was lucky and won a huge prize. I had no idea they screwed up. For now, I'm screwed in game since I am locked out. Yep. Just give everybody 300,000 emeralds, says Kim. Yep. I didn't get anything from the survey. Right thing to do is to give them 300,000 emeralds. Give everyone 300,000 emeralds and everyone is equal. I didn't get anything from the survey. How much is 300,000 emeralds? For context, how much is 300,000 emeralds? So at a times four sale, $100 here in the United States on this account, 56,000 emeralds for $100. So if we take 300,000 divided by 56,000, that's $5. So that's $600. Is about $250, Michael? Okay, that's fine. $600. The dev should apologize by taking a group photo of them all dabbing. Oh man. Do they give $600 worth of emeralds to everyone? 300,000 emeralds could probably absolutely star 3 or 4 pets. Pharaoh, we're talking about mobile. We're talking about mobile here, not Facebook and web. The right thing to do is clear and not knocking people out of their accounts for several days. Excuse me. So they have the 300,000 emeralds back and give them the 300,000 everyone. I'm going to type it right now. Not for nothing, but my live stream has a great suggestion for fixing this mess. Just give 300k emeralds to everyone. Yeah, I bet that doesn't happen. Guys, listen to me and let's be real clear. Let's be real clear about this. Okay, this was a mistake. Okay, somebody made a mistake. Somebody's probably going to have no job tomorrow. Somebody who has mouths to feed potentially, rent or a mortgage, an electric bill, probably lost their job today over a completely not life-altering mistake. Nobody died over this, right? This isn't like a doctor making a mistake. This was an accident, all right? It sucks. But looking at this completely objectively, like this person's life in the app and software designing industry is probably over. This individual probably has to find a new career path altogether. Which sucks. Sucks a lot. I feel bad for them. It was just a mistake. I'd have a heart attack if I got that gift. If we be true, all emeralds does not have real value. For them giving us 300k emeralds, they will not spend a dime. The person who loses their job, Monta, I mean, it's a kinetic value. No, it's not kinetic. It's unrealized value. The person who loses their job could probably use those 300k emeralds right now. Maybe it was the same guy from Black Friday. Maybe it was. They would lose the money for the 300k emeralds and for the future months off maybe not buying emeralds. Ben, it is. I don't know the culture in this company. I don't know the culture beyond the 5 or 6 community managers that I have a relationship with. Surely they won't get fired. It's not like the company's out lots of money. The company's going to lose a lot of money over this. People are going to quit en masse. People are going to leave the game en masse. People who were looking forward to today's global championship. People who are going to lose today's global championship and not get any recompense for that. People who've spent thousands of dollars on this game and will lose because of a mistake that's not theirs. People will quit over this. People will quit over this. Lots of people will quit over this. Many new players that started yesterday that cannot log in today will never come back to this game. Why would they? Why would they? Oh, the game doesn't work. I need to download another game to fill my time. They're not coming back. It's only a game? Well, for the 40,000 people in my community, yeah, exactly. They know that it's only a game. But there's 50,000 new accounts every single day. So 1 week setback, I predict no significant drop. I mean, we don't know. We'll never know. We'll never really know. And for all we know, this individual will not get fired. We'll never know about that either. We'll never hear that either. But if you are upset about this, if you are mad about this, you can be mad about it. That's fine. Be mad about it. Be as mad as you want. It's just an accident. It's just an accident. You know what you should be doing? You should be clicking that and that. Bleh. Just had a brain fart there. You should be clicking that like button. That's right. Can someone give me a link for the survey? The survey's over, Heisenberg. It's not available anymore. How many accounts are we talking? Do we know? No idea. No idea. Shema, I'm not sure regarding what specifically. If there was 1 million users who can spend $500 in the course of the next few months, that means they just lost $500 million potential. Yeah. Yeah. That's why they should have just taken what wasn't spent and move on. I hope they don't get fired. They probably feel awful about it. They probably are not sleeping tonight. They're, it's in the early afternoon, late, early evening in Russia right now. So they probably already at the bar. Oh, Dead Ringer, you did do the survey? Okay. Well, send it to me on Discord and I'll share it in the description. What if someone did this on their last day? I mean, that could be possible. A grumpy employee. Maybe. Here was gaming. How this related to Andvari? Trusted Yasmin. We're talking about that later. The person who did this shouldn't be fired. My question is, how was reward sent without being checked? No idea. How do you send 300k emeralds by mistake? Drinking their sorrows away? 9 p.m. in Russia? Okay, so it's 9 p.m. So yeah, they're definitely drinking. They're definitely drinking. Oh, man. So I woke up and I made a video. I woke up to a whole list of private messages about Coco's video and how it's a scam, how I need to notify everybody that it's a scam. And this was before really the news broke. So I made my video saying not to spin the emeralds, and that might have been a little late. I woke up a little after a lot of this, after the account locking took place. So I'm going to have to share the discussion that we just had. I'm going to reshare it everywhere. A lot of people, Tim took the information to his community about what I just told you guys about the 3 types of players that are affected by this. Killshot took it to the Hero Wars mobile community, and it's going to be shared around to the other communities. The Japanese YouTuber that's in there, and the German YouTuber that's in there. All of the different community heads, they're sharing it along. As soon as something happens with this, I will update you as quickly as I can. That's the only thing I can say. And I'll tell you, I'll even one step further. If you guys go over to my Discord and react, give yourself the Hero Wars mobile team role, you're gonna get the news the fastest. Let's just say that. Per kill shot on mobile Discord, they are working hard at Nexters. Oh yeah. What if someone did the? Oh, let's see. Well, if it's only affected those who took the survey or received the wrong rewards, maybe it's not a huge problem. True. Per kill shot, let's see. Nathan Chin for the guys is also amazing. Nathan Chin for the guys. I don't know what that means. Russian. Oh, you're talking about athletes. Yeah, the Olympics is a mess. It's a mess. I've been reading some pretty terrible things about it. Been reading a lot of terrible things about it. How many people are affected? I mean, I don't know. No idea. No idea. All right, so let's talk a little bit about... Let's talk a little bit about Andvari. Let's talk about Andvari. So we have this event, Wrath of Earth, right? And the basic Hero Soulstone events that's going to be happening every Monday. Presumably next week, we're going to have a Valentine's Day event instead of the Hero Soulstone event. So keep an eye out for that. That might actually be this weekend. I don't know how it's going to land yet. But I've been struggling a lot with Andvari on Facebook and web. I've been really having a hard time with what to do with him. On mobile, he's necessary. On mobile, he is absolutely necessary because there is no other greater hard counter in the world to Kark than Andvari. On mobile. On Facebook, less so, right? There are better ways, there are more ways to counter Kark than with Andvari. And it all wraps up into this green ability. For those of you that don't know, the green ability here on Hero Wars Facebook and web only blocks movement effects for Andvari and his nearest ally. Whereas on Hero Wars Mobile, it blocks movement effects for everybody behind him. Okay, so Kark targets lowest health enemies. Okay, typically squishy mages, squishy healers, squishy supports. Andvari on mobile saves all of them. Andvari on Facebook and web basically only saves himself and the tank. So he has the displacement blocking effects. He has a nice large physical attack up front, but he himself has low armor penetration, so he does need some penetration in order to effectively damage tanks. He also has this lowest health enemy stun, and then finally the Violet ability, which is actually the key to all of this. The Nature's Barrier protects the ally with the lowest armor. The lowest armor ally gains this shield. It absorbs health. It absorbs physical damage and pure damage, and they gain bonus energy. So I went back and I watched several Andvari videos. My own Andvari video. I watched, Hero Wars Secrets. I watched Misty's video. I watched a lot of people's videos having to do with Andvari. Right. And he's a makeshift tank. Yep. I've heard that on mobile, a maxed stat Kark beats a maxed stat Andvari, which is so dumb. Oh, that is dumb. He still works okay against Kark on Facebook web if paired with a single target damage dealer. Oh, very true. So, a lot of the videos that people did about Andvari, they were over a year ago. They were about a year or longer ago. And one of the things that's happened since then is the addition of Iris. Now, the thing about Iris is she's got this ability right here that exposes the tank, basically ripping away all of the armor for the tank for a short duration. All damage done to this split soul thing that Iris does is converted to pure damage for the tank. So what if there was a way to guarantee that your Aurora, for example, had the lowest armor? And if you've been paying attention to me or anybody else, you know to not level Aurora's armor at all. Do not level Aurora's armor. Do everything you can to avoid leveling up armor anywhere. Don't add armor artifacts. Don't add an armor pet to her if you can. Keep her armor low. And my armor here is 3,663. at 95k. 95k Aurora, and she's got 3663 armor. So Andvari would shield in a lot of teams, not every team, mind you. Lars has way less armor. Sebastian has way less armor. Andvari would shield Aurora from physical and pure damage. Now, going back to Iris, who was quite blatantly added to the game to counter Aurora, all of her attacks, the green ability, the boosted basic attack from the green from Bitey the demon frog, and then finally Seed of Destruction, all of these abilities do physical damage. Physical damage. And then this ability doesn't actually do any damage, but it causes all damage done to the tank for a while to be pure damage. And Andvari blocks that, at least a portion of it, right? So it isn't a 100% shield against Iris, but if you plan your team correctly, and let me show you an example here. So this is an Iris team that I've seen floating around a couple of times, right? This is an Iris team that I've seen floating around a couple of times. You got two pure damage dealers in a way with Iris and Heidi. So, you know, the pure damage is one way to counter Aurora as well. You put Kane on Aurora. You add Merlin to Krista. Krista has higher armor than Aurora does. If you add Biscuit to Lars, and if you add Axel to Celeste, it boosts their armor above Aurora. So even if you have a maxed out Aurora, and even if you've maxed out Aurora's armor skin, putting Axel on Celeste and Biscuit on Lars will force Aurora to have the lowest armor on this team. Andvari's physical and pure damage shield goes on to Aurora. She blocks some of the damage that Iris would do, that Heidi would do. She blocks physical attacks. I'm sorry, the shield blocks physical attacks, and it helps boost her. It helps boost her her dodging. I'm sorry, her energy gain even further. So in this instance, Andvari is worth it, I guess. Here, so I'm watching the Switch. Let's see. Andvari best use case on mobile is his role. Or we're talking about Facebook and web. So he is not good against twins. Kim, he is, but he only blocks movement on one hero. He is good against the twins, but do you know who is better against the twins? Sebastian. And also Isaac. Two heroes that you have to level up. The point that I'm trying to make is I was struggling to find a reason to level up Andvari. on Hero Wars, Facebook, and web. Every use case that everybody has. Oh, he's good against... He counters Dante. He counters Maya. He counters Kark. He counters Lars and Krista. Every single use case, there are other heroes that are better at countering those heroes, that are more universal heroes. I was struggling, and I still am struggling, to consider Andvari in my top 25 heroes. Help Charlie out, Chris, that like button. Mm-hmm. Is Andvari good on offense? Yes, Andvari is great on offense. You don't need a tank if you're using Andvari against certain lineups. On web, no good reason. On mobile, mini. A lot of people use Andvari against the twins. The back three heroes will still be moved with Lars's Tornado. The front two will not. Lars is still going to area of effect damage. Krista is still going to area of effect damage. I would rather have Sebastian than Andvari. Do you play on all platforms? Yes. I use Andvari on mobile as an alt with Astaroth Satori. Mm-hmm. Yep. So you could say, the question is Andvari good on offense? Well, he is, right? He does very well. He's got that big physical attack. Here we go. He's got this big physical attack. 110% physical attack modifier is pretty nice. A very high damage single target attack that stuns and stuns those nearby. Very similar to Qing Mao in that regard. Qing Mao does high damage to the tank and blinds enemies nearby. Let me find her. Here we go. So blinds the nearest enemies for 3 seconds and damages them. It's a way lower damaging attack. 20% physical attack. But she's got the armor reduction, and she also has an armor penetration artifact, whereas Andvari has an armor artifact. I think that Andvari and Astrid and Lucas are equally worthless. Andvari has utility netlands. On mobile, Andvari is also a must. Yeah, Andvari is a must on mobile. Must level. Cure Blender with Isaac subbed for Nebula is great against the twins. Okay. Qingmao dies quickly. Andvari is pretty tanky with 2 healers. I'm just trying to make the point that there are other heroes that do what he does. Very similar. Hit that 7 for 300k emeralds. Oh, man. Don't do that, Glenn. So, as with anything, as with every hero in this game, there is a use. There's absolutely a use case. But it comes down to this discussion of, how do I be as effective as possible by being as efficient as possible in my spending? We know you have to have Isaac. You have to have Isaac versus Ash, right? You have to. You also have to have Sebastian versus Ash. Those 2 heroes fix or counter some of the lineups that Andvari counters. They counter them in different ways, right? I would rather spend my skin stones on my tank than maybe Andvari down the road. But there is a problem in this game of a lack of strength heroes. So maybe the alternative to all of this, oh my gosh, stop. Maybe the alternative to all of this is that there are too many agility-based support heroes that you need to have. Maybe you can level up Andvari alongside them. Since Andvari requires strength stones, and all of the, generally all of the big time support heroes require either, here we go. All of the big time support heroes require either intelligence or agility skin stones. Maybe that's the reason why you should level Andvari. Unrelated question, are you still doing the intermittent fasting or you stopped? Yes, I am. But it really depends. Abdurrahman depends on when I go to the gym. Kira is my side piece. Okay. Osh is their last name. Their first name is G. Is this the new team? Andvari, Kark. I wouldn't put Andvari and Kark on the same team because Andvari would block one of Kark's knockups. Why not level up Ju than Andvari? Yeah, Ju would be more preferable. Ju would be more preferable to dump your skin stones into. Tristan or Andvari? Well, that's another question for another day. Tristan is somebody that I really need to explore as I look into the Outland bosses. I actually spent about $200 at Xmas to help my guild with winter skins. The $5 they gave us at the end was a slap in the face. Yeah. Andvari is a first team tank, better than some other tanks because of the stuns and pure damage protection. Okay. Better than some of the other tanks. But there are actual tanks that are better than Andvari. So I've been using him as a tank. Okay. Kark goes in front of Andy, so Kark would be tank there and most likely die fast. Why can't we get 300,000 on web? We only got 5 stinking little dolls. I know, what a joke. And a lot of people are filling out that survey completely wrong too. It's so funny. It's so funny. Check this out, guys. I beat 160 Alyssa this morning. I beat the level 160 Alyssa this morning. I'll send that video out probably tomorrow morning. It's Vajar, right? Vajar gets Andvari? Yeah. Vajar. Armor artifacts are good. Armor artifacts are good. Helpful. Helpful. I want to explore Tristan a little bit whenever I look into the Andvar. I'm sorry, the Vajar, the Incinerator fight. Not sure yet. What's the best Vajar team? What should we fill in on the survey? You should talk about the event, not Lilith. They ask about the event, not Lilith. People are giving it like really bad negative reviews because of their feelings about Lilith. Counters Faceless in Kira teams. Yeah, true. True. Morgan is better than Andvari for Vajr. Morgan is better than Andvari. Okay. Tristan is more of a support than a warrior. Qingmao and Yasmin are the best. You get 5 stinking Lilith dolls in the event. Stop talking about Lilith, but the event. Yasmin. Mainly Yasmin. I think Yasmin is, you got to keep Yasmin alive. So I didn't plan on talking about Tristan, but let's discuss Tristan. Tristan is a warrior. Somebody asked if he was a warrior or support. He's a warrior. He's got frontline physical damage, not unlike Andvari, right? Physical and magic attack boost for allies in front of him. Double boost for ally blessed heroes. We have this ability right here. Decreases the enemy's physical attack by 5 seconds. Does serving the light work on Vajr? Yasmin might get a dodge skin next week. Does this physical attack debuff work, I wonder? Ryan, I wouldn't invest in Andvari on Facebook and web. I wouldn't do it. And then this ability right here burns energy of... This is bonus energy for Tristan for allies in front of him. I like Tristan in theory, but I feel that he's very similar to Qingmao. Okay. Slowing effects are reduced against Vajr. Only blinds work. Well, this isn't a slowing effect. This is a physical attack debuff. I put that there. Should be a reward for successful defense. And that was the comments that I left too, Michael. That was the comment that I left too. Who do I raise to best fight Kark? I mean, on Facebook and web, he doesn't really protect your team against Kark. Another way to destroy Vajr is having tanks with Albus. Okay. Andvari's in the support role, so he gets Ascension boost from Great Tree when boosting Sebastian. Okay. I like pairing Andvari with Isaac to have protection against every type of damage. Okay. Dante works against Kark. Yeah, that's true. Do you know the characteristics of new romance skins? I do not. Not yet, Vitamin. Not yet. I feel like we're going to get an announcement today or tomorrow. Well, we would have gotten the announcement today already. It's probably tomorrow. Can you check your arena top 20 for how many Andvari tank teams? Andvari tank teams on server 25. Here's an Andvari behind a Tristan and a Galahad. That's an interesting lineup. That's a cool lineup. Hatchet, Santa. Okay, so there's an Andvari as an off tank. Angie, Nico, Christoph, Rolf, Cash, Butt Grumble. What a name. Wildstar, Idrisil, Crazy, Philippe, Mr. T, Herdbull, Deanne, Silent Bobo. I'm sorry, Silent Bobo. Silent Bob. So 3 heroes. 3 players are using Andvari. None of them are using him as a main tank. I wonder who Andvari is protecting in this lineup. Does he protect Kark or does he protect Celeste? That's interesting. Where was that other one? Wildstar, Cash, Rolf, Christoph, Killing Time, Nico, Angie, Santa. Okay, Santa. So Santa is using it to protect Qingmao, I guess? Just protect Luther until he jumps and then protecting Qingmao. Interesting. It would have been today except for the 300k? Yeah, probably. All right, you have to see him as support, but I don't know. Okay. Yes, Andy asks, is Nebula the only older hero? As far as I know, yeah. Phobos Undead Team on Facebook and web are very strong. Okay. Phobos is a hard counter to Sebastian, that's for sure. He protects the hero in front of him. No, Ben, he doesn't. He protects the hero that's closest to him. He protects the ally that's closest to him, not the hero that's in front of him. Andvari, no, I'm sorry. Passive skill, while Andvari is alive, he protects himself and the nearest ally from displacement. He protects the nearest ally. I have no idea what's going on in the game. I'm locked out. Okay. Probably expect Astaroth from being moved. Yeah, maybe. YouTube guild members. Trusted Yasmin, Hero Wars Gaming. That's an awesome name. If you go to my channel here on YouTube, there's a join button. It's the paid membership for my group. Prioritizing the ally in front of him. Sure. But it's not always the case. Ben, it's not always the case. It's usually the tank. It's usually the tank that, he's behind. But sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not. We need additional pets. Man, I don't even know. Like, I feel like if they gave Nebula Fenris or Albus, she'd be tough. All that bonus physical attack. Venom Twister, I'm on server 25. I'm on server 25 right here. Artemis only has one pet as well. Oh, okay, Michael. You're right. She does. In fact, I learned that recording the video this morning. You're right. I did know that, but I didn't remember. Thank you, Michael. All right. Real quick update. You guys remember yesterday I thought that 1 million power level guy? My guild tells me that they want me to try again next week. So we'll have a rematch. We'll have a rematch next week against that guy. Hopefully we'll beat him next week. Okay, so I've decided that I'm not going to use Helios this week against... I'm not going to use Helios this week against enemy Yasmins. I'm not going to do it. We're going to go Heliosless. I don't need him. Kark, way too strong. Don't need Helios. What's up, Greg G? Welcome to the live stream. See ya. No. I copied Ginger instead of Kark. Juice Tin, not on Facebook and web. Kark is dangerous, but he has low armor. Does he? Corvus kills Yasmin. Yep. Nice to know the dolls this week don't totally suck. Yeah. Got to rank 34 on server 2 on my web count. Nice. The raid ticket is doing great. Nice. On Facebook and web, you don't need Cornelius anymore. Just use the Osh team. All right. Dondi. We got Galahad, Qingmao, Celeste, Ginger, Martha. This is a classic server 25 team. We're just going to keep the same thing here. I am absolutely not scared of any of these heroes. At all. At all. Qingmao is going to blind my team, but I'm going to use Sebastian. Guys, you know what I read today, actually? Fun fact, by the way. The purifying sphere that Celeste puts on allies blocks Kark's damage. Did you guys know that? The debuff, according to this advisor anyway, the damage that Kark's passive ability does when enemies get popped up into the air is blocked by Celeste's Purifying Sphere. I thought that was interesting. I don't know how or why, but apparently it is. Cornelius is needed. Yep, Cornelius is definitely worth leveling up, but you don't need him. You don't need him on Facebook and web anymore. Just better off to level up Jew instead. Level up Jew instead. We're going to use Sebastian to block the blinds. Blinds are gone. Boom. Finkelzo, I don't know. It should. It should. In theory, it should. But I think Nebula actually removes. So there's a difference there. Finkelzo asks, does it also work with Nebula? So the question is regarding the Purifying Sphere. Let's see. Blocks all negative effects. Okay, so Limbo, the blue ability for Celeste, states the Purifying Sphere clears and blocks all negative effects afflicting the ally before it disappears. So whenever Celeste switches to her light mode, she puts a Purifying Sphere on an ally, right? Switching to light form, Celeste directs a Purifying Sphere at the ally with the least health left. In her light form, she has a second one here. And then Limbo states that the sphere, on top of healing, it clears and blocks all negative effects afflicting the ally before it disappears. Supposedly, the Purifying Sphere here, will block the deadly tendrils. He strikes every enemy who is thrown into the air if the enemy level is equal to yada, yada, yada. So supposedly it blocks that. So Finkelzo asks about Nebula. The Serenity ability removes negative effects, but it doesn't continue to block them. It only removes them. Now, if you ascend Nebula, you get an additional debuff block. So I don't know how that works. If we're going to have more of the stuff, make them 5 tasks and spend energy and you solve 90% of most scraps on them. Okay. Do purchase tasks. No way. That Celeste Sphere block Kark damage. I always die to Kark knockbar when my Lars have the sphere on his head. That's what the advisor said. It doesn't feel like it's true, but that's what the advisor said. Michael Singh says if Celeste... Oh, man. Celeste will be one of the last heroes to get ascended. Max, test it. Not now. I'm not going to do it now. We'll do it. I don't have enough time to do it now. I'd have to wrap my head around how to set that up properly. I'd have to hold my ult until she puts the sphere on the there's going to be a lot of randomness to it. We'll test it sometime. Abdurim. We'll definitely test it sometime. Venom, good luck on your exams. Advisor said it? Yeah. Yeah. Is it legal if someone tells you how much you have harvested in your guild? Is it legal? If someone tells you... Robert, yeah. I mean, the Guildmaster sets the rules. What's up, Lath? Welcome to the live stream. I'll send you one of my fights against Kark and see that sphere will not block Kark damage. Okay. I feel like I need to know. I mean, Celeste is a counter to Kark anyway, right? He's got low magic defense. That's how you counter that's how you counter Kark. Low magic defense, so you use magic damage or dodge heroes, right? Nebula is the most underrated hero. No, I think a lot of people use. Nebula. I think she's rated correctly. I think that'd be a tough thing to have a conversation about. Most underrated tank, most underrated damage dealer, most underrated healer. Neos, the Doom Herald. Good win. Nebula's best support? I mean, arguably. Nebula is lineup dependent. You know, Sebastian and Isaac are not lineup dependent. So, I mean, a lot of ways you can go with that. Whoops. Yeah, you do be looking kind of tired though. I mean, I'm not. I don't feel tired. Let's see. There's no rule guaranteeing you into everyone's specific guild. Let's see. What's the best for a tank regarding skins and glyphs? Health or armor? What should be the priority? Sight Killer. Great question. Or Kyler? If you are a dodge tank, then you want to level up the dodge stat first. If you're every other tank, I would recommend armor and then health. Am I subscribed to Valkyrie and Golden Pass? Yes, Ebonk, I am. I am. 60% of the time she works all the time. Nebula increases speed and magic attack on one of his team. Any big event coming, and what is next event? I mean, we got the Valentine's Day event coming this week, in the next 7 days or so. Aurora, Yasmin, and Darkstar are getting 3 new skins. Probably have an opportunity to get Aurora, Yasmin, and Darkstar Soulstones during that event, if history repeats. Shortly after that, Masquerade skins. Is Astaroth a dodge tank? No, Astaroth is a magic attack based tank. So you want to level his armor first. When are the solar events? June on Facebook, I think. August on mobile, I think. Yeah. All right. Good live stream today. Let's see if there's any updates. A little over $600 on the times 4 sale. I'll definitely make everyone love Nexus for the entire month. Okay. No new developments there. No developments from Load Runner. Nobody sharing any crazy information on my Discord. I think that's it. So tomorrow's live stream is at 12 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. UTC. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a great time. Hopefully we get more information about romantic skins. We'll talk about them there. Hopefully we get some kind of resolution on this 300k emeralds thing before 16 hours is up. Man, 16. If they're gonna force some players to sit out for 16 hours because they spent emeralds that they were sent, like, you guys have every right to quit. I hate to say it, but you do. You do. I'm looking forward to hanging out with all of you tomorrow, though. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. I'm gonna go play the new season of Apex Legends now. Crypto, one of my favorite heroes, got a buff, so I'm looking forward to trying Crypto out with the buffed drone, if you know what that's about. And yeah, I will see you all tomorrow. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.